Hello and welcome to another update video. In this video I'd like to talk about XRP Ripple. I haven't talked about XRP for a while. For anybody who has been following me for a while, you guys might know that I'm quite bullish on XRP, that XRP plays quite a big role in my portfolio, and I've been talking about, well, I talked about XRP a while ago and talked more about the fundamentals and why I believe that XRP has a bright future, even though there's a lot going on with the SEC at the moment. But if you look back or remember back, I talked about, who has an interest in XRP, major banks, the Rockefeller Foundation, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and they are very powerful players in the world, which is why I believe that XRP is going to be there even after the SEC case. And I believe there will be some sort of settlement, even though the guys from XRP have said they're not interested in a settlement, but saying something and then eventually doing something are two different things. Eventually, I think I read it a while ago that 96% of all cases with the SEC are settled. So there is a high probability still that this case will be settled, or that the XRP team or the Ripple team are winning the case, because a lot of the things that the SEC say and want, in my opinion, don't have much foundation, and in the end, they shouldn't really be hindering innovation. I know a lot of people don't like XRP because it's not decentralized in a sense, and to a degree I agree, but in the end it's an investment as well, and that is why I talk about it, and I've got it in my portfolio. So, and it's a good price in my opinion. It's a high speculation, so please don't see anything on here on this channel as a buying recommendation, but I talk about it and I personally think it's a good investment. It is speculative, absolutely, because in the end, in the worst case, if the SEC case gets sort of resolved in a negative way for XRP, it could in the worst case mean that XRP can't be used anymore, which would essentially make it nearly worthless. But I don't think that will happen. But for anybody who's interested in playing the game, I decided to do a TA video. And also, as a YouTuber, you need to experiment with things. You need to see, do people want to see XRP? So let me know in the description if you're actually interested in XRP, or if you don't want me to do that again. So let's start here on the daily with XRP. Where are we? Well, we had, first of all, we are now below the, or we now just now above the 200-day moving average again. So we've been trading around the 200-day moving average for the last few days. We have fallen below the 50, fallen below the 20. There's a bearish crossover happening at the moment between the 20-day moving average and the 50-day moving average, which means that the shorter term moving average is crossing below the longer term. It's not a death cross, which would mean that the 50-day moving average has to cross below the 200-day, which would indicate a longer term downtrend. So at the moment, a lot of indecision in the market, which is basically reflected by the fact that XRP hasn't really seen a new all-time high this year, like Bitcoin has, for example. Because if we zoom out, XRP has seen its all-time high. I believe it was here, was it 2018? And we came to really nice, juicy prices up here of over $3. So, where are we now? Well, we are far below that. We are just below $1 actually. And that in a bull market, or even in a recent bull market, even here at the peak, we've only made it to nearly $2, and that was in April. And here in the latest run in the bull market, we've only made it up to 140 pretty much. And haven't sold anything. Should have maybe, but I didn't. I'm a long-term holder with many of these, but I think we still haven't seen the best of this bull market yet. There's my current view, and I could be wrong. That. Please don't take any of that as financial advice. But anyway, let's start. Where are we currently? On the RSI, we are below 50, which means we're actually in a downtrend. Also on the MACD, we are just making, or we have made a bearish cross here, or here actually, on the 24th of August, which was already predicting basically this downtrend. Actually, was way before that actually happened, that sort of crash here. And then we tried to make another bullish cross, but just as we were going to make it, we had that whatever many people talk about, like a call a flash crash, and since then we've been on our way down. And also on the ADX we are in a downtrend, in a slight downtrend at least. But what you guys will probably be interested in is what is going to happen in the future. Now again, nobody can tell you what's going to happen. Anybody who says that, you know, it's just a lie pretty much. But what we can do with technical analysis, we can use past patterns and patterns that are evolving and indicators to sort of make assumptions about what could happen. And oftentimes, you know, if you read them correctly, you can make correct predictions. But essentially, no trade should happen before a breakout essentially happens and a move is confirmed, because otherwise it's just speculation. And what are we doing here at the moment? Well, we are, in my opinion, trading below this current trend line. This is a descending trend line that we can see on the Cardano and Bitcoin charts as well. But here with Ripple, we haven't broken above that trend line yet. I think Cardano is currently above it, Bitcoin as well. And essentially, if you add another line here to the downside, you can actually get something like a slightly descending wedge, which would then be a bullish pattern. Actually, descending wedges oftentimes break to the upside. Not guaranteed, but they oftentimes do. And we see this pattern currently with a lot of crypto. So we can be very, very excited about what is going to happen very soon. Now, we still make lower highs here. We can see that. And that current level here is pretty much at the $1 level. So that descending trend line here is pretty much hitting the price action currently at $1, which is as well a important psychological level, as you can imagine. Now let's go back to, or let's go down to the 1 hour chart. And by the way, in the end, we're going to talk about Elliott Waves as well, because I started to count, similar to what I do with Cardano at the moment. And here we can see it in a little bit more detail. We've been trading sideways in a channel, then we broke down. We haven't seen that clear descending triangle, but actually we have seen a descending triangle. I mean, I haven't looked at this chart in a while now, for a while now, but yeah, you've had a descending trend line here as well. You had a horizontal support, essentially descending triangle, very similar to Cardano. We broke to the downside, make a very similar pattern to Cardano at the moment. And what gives me hope is that we are trading in this descending wedge. It doesn't really contract very strongly, but these lines are getting closer, and essentially there is, as long as we are below that line, there's still a chance we come down once more, maybe to something like 70, 75 cents before we break out to the upside. At the moment, you know, we can't see that clear breakout pattern. There is a breakout currently on its way potentially, but the volume is at the moment not there yet. Classical breakout build-up phase, higher lows, higher highs, another move to the downside slightly because the buyers can't really, the sellers can't push the price further down, and it might be that we are going to break out in the next few minutes, hours, or whatever to the upside if Bitcoin behaves. That is how it's currently looking like. You oftentimes see this pattern, and I've been talking about it on my second channel. Here we are currently bouncing off the 50 line, so we are in bullish territory on the RSI on the 1 hour chart, which indicates that we could go up actually. And also we are potentially about to make a bullish cross in the next few hours here on the hourly MACD. And we have made a bullish cross on the, you can see it down here on the ADX, where the green line is now above the red line. It's a very weak trend, but essentially that is what happened. And let's finish this video with the Elliott Waves. And guys, I've only really started counting today, so they could be slightly wrong, but essentially I see very similar pattern as I see with Cardano. However, here the difference is we've actually come down to the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level at exactly pretty much at 85 cents. And this was the important level. That is the level that we hit on the Cardano price chart as well, the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level. Again, if someone's wondering why this says 0.382, I've just reversed them because I use the same tool also for the extension level, so that is why they are extended up here. But it doesn't matter. It's just basically the 0.618 and the 0.382 swapped, still the same price level, so it doesn't matter. But it's something that I got used to over the years when trading, just like to use it like that. And essentially what I think we've come down here in a move A, corrective wave A, down here to a price of 93 cents. We bounced up to a move B to 124, and now we are on our way down to finish the corrective wave C, which actually landed at 85 cents. I think we could come down once more. I did say that for Cardano and Bitcoin. Obviously not guaranteed, but as long as we haven't seen that final breakout to the upside, I think there is still a potential that we come down once more. We could then come down to somewhere around 70 cents, which I think is the next lower Fibonacci retracement level. I haven't put it onto this chart. We'll do it for the next video. However, there is also, you know, if just want to mention, if we go down further, we've got a very strong support here at 50 cents. Essentially, if we break below that, that would be a really bearish scenario, and then we have a next very important level at 35. To be honest, I don't think we'll get down that far, but this is the bearish scenario. I think the more bullish one, or definitely bullish one, is that we maybe come down once more here and come to a slightly lower level and then bounce off and continue our move to the upside. That would be still, compared to Cardano as well, wave 3 to the upside. We're currently in wave 3 as well, and we haven't finished that yet, so we are on our way still in wave 3. And in the next video I'll put the other counts here on this chart as well, so we can go through it together, pretty much like I've done it with Cardano. But I think, yeah, we are in this corrective wave, move ABC, and then continue our way to the upside, and the price target for that would be at around $2.20. So that would be somewhere between the 1.618 and the 200% yeah, Fibonacci extension level. So I would say if we go in the middle, it would be somewhere around 220. That is the next impulsive move to the upside, the price target for me based on my Elliott Wave count and system. And if you want me to do that for other cryptos, let me know. It takes a lot of time to get the counts right, so I can't do it for every crypto, but I'm willing, as I move maybe at some point more towards full-time YouTube, full-time analysis, because I really enjoy it. I can add more obviously to it and get into this in more detail. Please bear in mind, I only do this part-time at the moment. Hope you enjoyed that XRP video. If you liked it, please smash the like button. If you don't like it, dislike it, but do something. And I hope I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.